Now, you may be asking, what on earth is that? That right there down there is the XB-15. It was a giant interwar bomber in, well, obviously before World War II. It was ginormous. It was alongside the more popular XB-15 that it was released. Well, I said released, as if it's from a game. But, as it was, actually put into quote-unquote service. And one actually served during World War II as a cargo aircraft. It has a 30 cal in the front, a 30 cal in that turret, and then 350 cals in the back. Four propped engines, even though I'm pretty sure in real life they were 3 prop. And then on the rudder, it has this American flag pattern, freedom. And what the heck? Not much else than that, other than the insane amount of motor lock that it took to make these dang wings. Now, you're obviously probably thinking, hey, Matt, why are you flying? Well, Rick J, this is your fault. I was just in photo mode, the menu was here, and now it's gone. The game is broken. Okay, sometimes F4. Actually, ignore that. There's no F4. F4 not real. Nope. There's nothing. That is nothing. Here's my XB-15. You'll see it occasionally on this channel. This thing is a pain in the butt to make, but it's very fun to make. I mean, when I'm sick, I still am sick. I don't know with what. And it's able to make these spirals into instead of making real bombs, which would be way too loud, then the waist gunners, belly gunner, head gunner, nose gunner. The nose gunner doesn't move because the motors look very, very bad, just jutting out to the side. But the rudder works. It's using this rudder. The elevators work a little. So the vertical stabilizer works, the horizontal stabilizers work. I didn't make flaps for this because I was in absolute agony. And you can see there's cheese graters under there. There's control surfaces. And, yeah, I say cheese graters since I'm driving platinum. If I was driving a platinum, it would be dead. So now I'm driving a platinum, it's not almost channel. And a bunch of updates. I'll play crazy, but, drop bombs, as you know it sounds. I don't know if it's copyrighted, but I don't really care. Press R, fires the motor. The top 7.62mm side, it's on the T62. And then, of course, the secondary turret moves. No, don't have to. I'm saying it because it's way too freaking hard, and I don't even remember how I built it. And in the rear end, of course, the 50 cal. It's that iconic 50 cal thump. Gotta love it, right? And then in the rear, at the bottom, like working as you're shooting down like that. Now we can drop bombs, of course, because. And yes, I've actually killed people with that. There's a ship that everyone was attacking and bombing Cypher City. But you can see the remnants of the old at the time, which I completed all of them. And this thing is just a really good plane. This is really good shape. You can fly over the ocean. And the next plane I'll remake is either going to be the XBLR3 or the XB19, or maybe the TV3 or TV4, and almost certainly the P26. I love that rotary shooter because it's very good in War Thunder with really good rounds for it. But I'm going to stop blabbering now. I'm going to go back and some plots, and yeah, that's about it. So let's finesse this thing into the thing. Finesse the thing. I'm not editing this video because like I said, fat lazy. Butter. I'm supposed to be bad. For a massive not cycling spot on the left. Oh, he's restarting his private server. Well. So, yeah, with AK here, probably, I was gonna say, no, I'm kidding, but, that's my, video, so, yeah, here, fly to the sunset, and probably die of, death. I was gonna record this video over there, but, once again, too fat and lazy to actually restart this recording, and, go back to there, do it, so I just started this recording video, so now we're gonna crash into the lava, and die. And, yeah, we died, and, the end.